So I was truly happy to hear these four presentations because one thing that has been worrying me for many years, and I was so pleased to see that all four people addressed this, was that very often the way things are both taught in schools or presented in the media, especially when you talk about scientific advances, but sometimes other types of creative advances, very often they are presented as if this was a direct march to the truth. And of course, anybody who has ever been involved in any type of creative process, be it in science, arts, or whatever, knows that nothing can be further from the truth. The process is always a zigzag path with many, many false starts, many blind alleys, many times where you need to go back to the starting point. There are various types of failures and various types of mistakes that people do. And some of them, I think, everybody here does not advocate. I mean, mistakes that are being done because people are being sloppy are not something that should be advocated. Sometimes even not outright sloppy, but not thoughtful enough. Also, when people do mistakes because they are inexperienced, that also at some level should be avoided because they should recognize the fact that they are inexperienced and should ask for some guidance. At the same time, we all try to teach all children and even adults that they should think outside the box. Well, guess what? When you think outside the box, you may make mistakes. And that is something we encourage. I want to finish these remarks with a story that I'm sure a number of you know, but it is such a good example, and it's known as the barometer problem. And this tells the story of a student that was asked in a physics test, how would you measure the height of a very tall building using a barometer? And of course, the expected answer was that they would measure the pressure at the top, at the bottom, and the difference tells you the height. This student was failed, the answer he gave. And then the story goes that he appealed, and another professor was asked to talk to him. And the student came and gave 10 different answers as to how he would measure. So one was that he would drop the barometer from the roof and measure the times it falls. The other was that he would hang it on a string as a pendulum at the top and at the bottom and measure the difference in the period. Another one was that he would take the barometer and use it, measure like this, the height of the building in barometer lengths. And my favorite answer was that he would go to the custodian of the building and tell him, look, I will give you this very nice barometer if you tell me the height of the building. And the story goes that the professor asked him, what, you didn't know what answer they wanted you to say? And he said, yes, but there was no reason why I should give you that particular answer. Now, this apocryphal story goes on and says that the name of the student was Niels Bohr. But it never happened. But it teaches you something about, what it means. This student was failed initially in the story. What it means thinking outside the box. Thank you.